In the heart of a quaint tree-lined suburb, Jeff placed an ad for a dog walker. His work as an engineer often kept him away from home, and his dog Shadow needed someone to care for him during these long hours. Shadow was a large, shaggy creature with piercing blue eyes and a demeanor that oscillated between fiercely loyal and eerily aloof. The first applicant was Lisa, a college student looking for part-time work. She seemed perfect for the job, energetic, dog-loving, and a flexible schedule. Jeff noticed, however, that Shadow behaved oddly around her. He would stare at her intently, head tilted, as if trying to decipher a complex puzzle. It was unusual but not alarming, so Jeff hired her. For weeks, everything seemed normal. Lisa would arrive in the mornings, leash Shadow, and take him for long walks in the nearby woods. But soon, she began noticing peculiar traits in Shadow. The dog would occasionally stop dead in his tracks, fixating on something invisible in the distance. Other times he would growl softly under his breath, his eyes reflecting an almost human-like cunning. As autumn crept in, the woods became a tapestry of red and gold. An inexplicable chill settled over the town. Lisa reported that Shadow had started leading her deeper into the forest, to areas she had never ventured before. He would disappear among the trees, only to reappear from a completely different direction, almost as if he was playing a game with her. One evening, Lisa arrived for her usual walk with Shadow, but Jeff noticed something different about her demeanor. She seemed hesitant, almost scared. Brushing it off as stress from her studies, Jeff assured her that Shadow was just a dog and there was nothing to worry about. That night, the town was blanketed in a thick fog, the kind that turns familiar streets into alien landscapes. Hours passed and Lisa did not return. Jeff tried calling her phone, but it went straight to voicemail. Worried, he ventured into the woods, calling out for Lisa and Shadow. The forest was eerily silent, the fog distorting sounds and making the night feel otherworldly. Jeff's heart raced as he delved deeper, the sense of something being terribly wrong growing with each step. Then, in a small clearing, he found Shadow, alone, his fur matted with something dark and wet. Panicking, Jeff searched for Lisa, but she was nowhere to be found. He returned home with Shadow, who seemed unusually calm, almost smug. The next day, the police were informed, but their search turned up nothing. Lisa had vanished without a trace. Weeks turned into months, and the incident became just another unsolved mystery. Jeff, disturbed by the events, decided to take some time off of work to stay with Shadow, but the dog he knew seemed to have changed. Shadow's eyes held a sinister glint, and at times, it felt as if he wasn't a dog at all, but something else. One evening, as Jeff sat reading, Shadow began to growl lowly, his gaze fixed on the window. Jeff looked outside but saw nothing in the darkness. When he turned back, Shadow was not there. In his place was a creature from nightmares, a grotesque mimicry of a dog with elongated limbs and a twisted human-like face. The creature lunged at Jeff, but he managed to evade and flee from the house. The town was asleep, unaware of the horror that lurked in its midst. Jeff realized with a sickening certainty that Shadow was not a dog. He was a skinwalker, a malevolent being capable of taking the form of animals, and he had devoured Lisa. Authorities were called, but they found nothing. The creature that was once Shadow had vanished, leaving behind only a trail of questions and fear. Haunted by the events, Jeff moved away, leaving behind the house and the memories of a dog that was never really a dog. The ad for a dog walker remained unanswered, a silent testament to the horror that had unfolded. And in the shadows of the forest, the skinwalker waited, biding its time until the next unwitting victim would answer the call. Jeff's ad was replaced by another, a new family, unaware of the horror that lurked in the guise of a pet, putting up their own ad for a dog walker. As the cycle began anew, the town remained blissfully ignorant of the true nature of the beast that walked among them, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the next opportunity to strike. Thank you for listening to I'm Looking for a Dog Walker. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like, and if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. And I hope all of you have a fantastic night.